Okay. I don't know if we're live. I don't know if it's working. I don't know why YouTube has made this so difficult. It's so frustrating. It's so annoying. It's not easy, folks. I'll tell you that right now. They are not making this easy on you, boy. But either way, we are just going to start the show because I'm already behind schedule. This is the 1995 Royal Rumble. And I picked this Rumble specifically not because it's like my favorite era, not because it's a good era, because it's not. But I can't think of the last time I've watched this Rumble. Who is this? Is that Pamela Anderson? Why is Mabel front and center? You know she's not going to get with you. You got Doink the Clown. Look at this roster. Tatanka. Not a great roster. Like I said, this era isn't great. I picked this era because, for one, I don't know if I've seen this whole show. I've definitely seen this Rumble. But I don't know if I've watched this whole show. So I decided to, like, give this one a chance. Obviously, at some point, we want to do a full, like, Attitude Era thing. Because it would be easy to do that, like, the 98 Rumble. Even the 97 Rumble. But 95, this is one of those periods in years that, like, oh, Double A, you're back. Right. That was Ric Flair's quote when he won the Rumble. See, I figured you would quote Shawn Michaels losing his smile, given that Shawn is, like, the guy in this Rumble, right? He didn't lose his smile until, like, 2 years later. But you get the idea. So right now, Vince McMahon and Jerry Lawler are doing commentary. Who's coming out? Double J Jeff Jarrett. Ain't he great? Is that his roadie with him? Road Dogg? I will say, I'm not the biggest Jeff Jarrett, like, person. Not a fan, really, much at all. But I do like this theme song. And I can't even explain, like, why. This version of Jarrett is probably the most tolerable. Because he's not a main event guy. Jarrett in WCW in 2000 is pretty rough. Jarrett in TNA, almost the entire run, is pretty rough. I can stand Jarrett. Coming down the aisle. Are you watching it too, Double A? The bad guy. Razor Ramon. Razor Ramon, cool as fuck. When I was a kid, now granted, I wasn't watching wrestling in 95. I didn't start watching wrestling until really 98. But like late 97, but 98's like my first full year. But Razor Ramon is one of the coolest motherfuckers. Going back to watch all of his Razor stuff, And obviously, when I was a kid watching and he was in WCW and the NWO, I just thought Scott Hall was the coolest fucking guy. Scott Hall and Kevin Nash were like the two coolest dudes. Just because, like, they never tried too hard, right? They weren't trying too hard. Ty Daniels is watching Saw 3. Wow. Do you watch anything else besides the Saw movies? That's the question. So here we go. I assume this is for the Intercontinental title. This design of the Intercontinental title is one of my favorites. It's not the white strap, but it's still a cool actual belt in gold design. There's the belt, yep. Referee Tim White. This is back when, like, I knew all the referees by name. Yeah, the roster, I mean, look, obviously you have your standouts, like a Razor Ramon, like Bret Hart, like Shawn Michaels. Diesel was on the come up. You had Undertaker, but like that roster, when Pamela Anderson showed up and the mid to low card during 95 was awful. Mabel, Doink the Clown, Tatanka, the Godwins, like, fuck. You know, that was embarrassing. There was other guys there, but I didn't recognize them. We're probably going to see a lot of these guys in the Rumble, too. The 95 Royal Rumble, I've seen it at least once. But I have a feeling we're going to watch this 95 Rumble, and it's going to be rough. You know, it's going to be rough. As far as, like, lower card and mid card. Probably, like, 93 to 96 was rough in the mid card. It's like you had good main event talent, but the mid to lower card, it wasn't a lot going on there. I do appreciate seeing Road Dogg before he was Road Dogg. He was just the roadie. Random luchadors and Japanese. Was this around the time when they were doing that? I know they did that in the early 90s. Like, you had random New Japan and, like, which was the year when randomly Carlos Colon was in the Rumble? Maybe it's this one. I don't know. The SpongeBob meal burger? I don't even know what that is, Ty. Or Ty Daniels. Where is that? Where is there a SpongeBob burger? I'm not even like a SpongeBob person. I don't watch the show. But it's been a while since I've done a tasting meal video, right? Oh, Jarrett just did vintage Razor Ramon, taking him down and smacking the back of his hair. Yep. Hey, Beckton? Is that how you say it? Happy 2026. How far into January is it still okay to say Happy New Year? Is it when you get to double digits with the date? Is that when you stop? Right? January 9th is like the last day where it's okay to do that. Either way, though, thank you for the nice comment. Thank you for being a viewer, subscriber. Appreciate it. I'm hoping to do more of these live streams. Hopefully, the kerfuffle that we had at the beginning of this doesn't happen again. We would have had more people watching too if I didn't have my issue from before. So, lesson learned. Either way, I don't know how many people would have stuck around for the 1995 Royal Rumble. I picked this Rumble out of curiosity. I picked this Rumble out of like, I kind of want to rewatch some stuff from the new generation era. And also, if I'm going to try these live streams again, I'm going to start off kind of like, let's see how it goes, right? If this gets, if we enjoy doing these, then we'll definitely work up to the good shit, right? The Attitude Era. Even some Ruthless Aggression Era. Don't sleep on the Ruthless Aggression era. No, we don't start seeing the remnants of Attitude Era till 96. And maybe like summer of 96, you know, like around the time when Austin wins the King of the Ring. Not just because of Austin himself, but you have like Mark Marrow coming into the company. You have Vader, who Vader didn't really have a great run in the Attitude Era, but I did like Vader like early 96, some of 97. By 98, Vince completely gave up on Vader. 98 was kind of embarrassing for Vader, like the way he was booked and used. Obviously, Taker was like always around. You know, any time period in the 90s, you're going to find Taker holding it down. It's kind of crazy that, like, since day one, Vince had Taker as, it's not Tiffy time, it's Vader time. Yeah. Before Tiffy time, Vader had the time on lock, all right? Put some respect on Vader's name. Is there any way that Tiffany Stratton knows who Vader is? Knows, like, anything about that guy? No chance, right? It's kind of a shame that Scott Hall, Razor Ramon, never won a world title, because he's such an over character. He's such a good worker. He can be a heel or a baby face. Like, you can't convince me, especially around this dead period, 94, 95. You can't convince me that Razor should not have won the world title at least once. If they had stuff like Money in the Bank back then, if they had more people being put in that spot, like Razor, Mr. Perfect, probably a couple other people would be world champion at least at one point. Ooh. And that's another thing. There was just one world title. That's a good point. We've been having 2 world titles for so long. You can make the argument that if we didn't have 2 world titles, guys like Dolph Ziggler, guys like The Miz, Maybe even Rey Mysterio. Like maybe they wouldn't ever sniff the world title picture because you would always have guys like Triple H, Cena, Orton, whoever. Like, can you imagine if they had two world titles at this point? This match right here that we're watching would be for the secondary world title. Razor Ramon would be the second world champion. The IC title probably wouldn't even be defended. Oh, his feet's on the ropes, ref. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Thank you, Tim White, for catching that. Tim White has a very fast count. Have you guys noticed that? He counts very fast. For any other referee, you might say it's too fast, but he's been consistent. Like, he just counts fast for every count that he does. You don't get a lot of referees nowadays that like have their own style of counting. Everyone, they probably train them now to just count the same. Back then, like Tim White, Earl Hebner, even Teddy Long when he was a referee, Nick Patrick in WCW, Charles Robbins, like they all counted different. Mike Chioda. What's Razor doing? Ooh, that was like a reverse bulldog? That was different. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. Ooh, ooh. Razor over the top rope. If this was the Rumble, he would be eliminated. The Rumble match later on might suck, but I will say this opening match is not bad. Razor Ramon is definitely carrying this match, but Jarrett, look, as much as I might not care for Jarrett, like in general, he's not a bad wrestler. You know, Jarrett doesn't really have bad matches. It's just a matter of how much do you care about his matches, or how much do you care about him. Luckily, though, whenever I watched Jarrett in WWF, he was never really pushed in a serious way. So I never had that groan of, ugh, this guy's being in the main event. My thing with Jarrett was that it was just kind of, oh, what? Are we serious? They just did a fucking count out on a pay-per-view? Motherfucker. I was just talking this match up, and that's the finish? Vince McMahon, you have some fucking nerve to ask people to pay. How much did this cost? Yeah, 100%. Jarrett won the world title in WCW how many times? Okay, the psychology of this is weird. Jarrett is complaining that he didn't get the title from the countout. So he's trying to get Razor to come back. The heel doing this is very wild. Maybe we are going to get a finish to this. So I definitely have never seen this show besides... I've seen the Rumble match, but I've never seen this. Is Razor going to take the bait? I mean, now that I'm thinking about it, I guess the idea is that Razor is injured, so he's going to have to... They're doing the Marty McFly. He's calling him a chicken. Who are you calling a chicken? Did Bruce Pritchard watch Back to the Future too, and so he pitched this to Vince? Because you know Vince doesn't watch movies for shit. Does it feel very PG? in terms of the graphics and the general vibe of the show. Um, yes, but also like it's weird. Wrestling in general should, like in my opinion, naturally have a hard edge or a harder edge. Making it like so PG, so sanitized, so Nickelodeon is so weird because the whole purpose of wrestling matches is to hurt each other. Is to kill each other. I mean, maybe not actually kill, but like you're trying to beat somebody up. To PG that sport is so wild in general. This, the graphics feel like, I don't want to say PG. It feels more out of date. It feels like Vince hasn't moved on from the 80s. Even the WWF logo that's in the bottom corner of the screen looks like it's still from the 80s. They might have changed the color of it, but the style is the same from like WrestleMania 1. They were in desperate need of an update, of a revamp, of a redesign from a presentation standpoint. The logos in the mid 90s feel 80s, which kind of goes to show how behind the times Vince was as a booker, right? Like, even this match, the match is restarted, by the way. So Razor took the bait, came back into the match, and Jarrett is working his leg. This also feels like a 70s or 80s booking. This probably killed in the territories where like you have your baby face, looks like he's injured, the heel goats him into continuing the match, his title's on the line, fans are nervous that he's gonna lose. But by 95, it's like, man, nobody's buying any of this. You know what I mean? Hey, Shadow Bear, what's going on, dude? Sorry, I didn't see your message there. So have the red, white, and blue. Yes, exactly. That's what I mean by it feels 80s. The red, white, and blue ropes in the 80s, right, makes sense, especially when Hulk Hogan is your top guy. But in 95, we're still doing this? you know? Um, that's why I wasn't watching back then, but if I had stumbled upon WWF in 95, there's no way I would watch. Look, maybe I would catch a Bret Hart, a Shawn Michaels, a Razor Ramon, an Undertaker. Like, maybe they would have caught my attention, but the rest of the show is just kind of weak. Thank you, Shadow Bear. Yes, it's good to be live. I like doing these live. The problem was more so YouTube changing the configuration of how, like, I had major issues going live tonight. Like, it was not easy. I almost gave up, but I said fuck it. I tried it one last time and it worked. So hopefully if we have a good time tonight, which so far we are, we can, maybe we do this once a week. Maybe we do this every it'd be nice to do it every weekend, right? And I wouldn't even mind watching like some of these now that they've put old WWF shows on Netflix, very easy to watch or to, access. It could allow other people to watch along with me. Like, we might make this a regular thing. Who knows? Especially having it themed to whatever is going on in today's time. The Royal Rumble, obviously, right now makes sense. Maybe around WrestleMania time, we watch some Manias. Around Elimination Chamber time, maybe we watch some Elimination Chamber shows. I don't know. I can't tell you the last time I've rewatched an Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. I don't normally rewatch any of these like pay-per-views from the last 10, 12 years. I don't rewatch any of those shows. Who's creepy? He creepy? Who you talking about? Jeff Jarrett's creepy? Ain't he great? His ring attire is throwing me off. It kind of looks like that Japanese tape that Bryan Danielson and Claudio Castagnoli wear on like their shoulder when they're beat up. But like he only has half of his outfit like that. The other half is white. It just looks weird because it's not. It almost looks like he wanted the whole thing to look like that, and then he ran out of the material, so he finished it with just the white. You know what I mean? Ooh. At least they continued this match because if this had ended on a count out, I was about to lose my shit. I was this close to being like, fuck this show, fuck this stream. We're not watching a show of fucking countouts, and not in 95. If you're watching the product in 95, you deserve better fucking booking. I'm sorry. Ah! Fuck yeah. Razor is super. Why so serious? Can you guys hear that? Why so serious? Razor going for the Razor's Edge. I also thought this was one of the coolest fucking moves. Love this finisher. So many people do it today, but it's just not the same. It's not as good. Look at the power. Ooh, nice sell with the leg too. I watched Jarrett rolled up Razor and won the title. No fucking way. Really? See, I know Jarrett had won the title. I wasn't expecting him to beat Razor though. That's some bullshit. I know Razor's. They booked it to where Razor was hurt. That's his what do you call it? His out or his they're trying to protect him, I guess. Man, that sucks. I didn't want to watch Razor lose. But the McMahon booking is heat. Get the heat. If there was social media back in 95, everybody on Twitter would be bitching that they booked Razor to look like a punk. That he looked super weak. He collapsed trying to do his finisher and got beat like a bitch. It is what it is. Who is this? Stephanie Wyans? I've never seen this woman before in my life. Todd Pettengill is in Pamela Anderson's dressing room. How did this motherfucker with that mullet get this lucky? So the idea is all the wrestlers are giving Pam Anderson flowers. Look, I get it. 95 Pam Anderson is a smoke show. Lex Luger, is he still? Oh yeah, I guess he is still in the company, huh? So Todd Pettengill is trying to flirt with Pam Anderson. All right. That segment was a waste of time. I didn't know we had female interviewers back in 95. God, everybody's. Oh my God. I get it. Every wrestler wants to fuck Pam Anderson. I get it. Jarrett's going to go see Pam Anderson. Holy shit. Imagine if they booked their uh, actual female wrestlers to be this featured on the show. Although, did they even have female wrestlers back in '95? Was Alundra Blaze around, or Ted DiBiase? DiBiase wasn't wrestling around now, though, right? What? Oh, Erwin R. Shyster, Bray Wyatt and Bo Dallas's father. In case anybody doesn't know that. Are we really about to watch a match with Erwin R. Shyster? It's another example of like, no offense to Erwin R. Shyster, IRS, but like, I was never really into his character. It's so corny. It's so 80s. Oh, I'm an IRS person, so I'm a villain because I do your taxes. Like, fuck. Thank God for WCW. Say what you want to say about WCW and what it turned into. Thank God they came around. Nitro started this year because, man, IRS is facing Undertaker right now? Really? So Taker is not in the Rumble. Interesting. Okay. We are here for Undertaker. Speaking of that, I'm surprised IRS is not in the video game as a legend. I don't know. Has he ever been in the games? Paul Bear. Oh, yes. See, Taker, man. First you had Razor. Now you have Taker. It's like you get one character or one talent that somehow uh, stands out in this otherwise pretty dull era. Taker's always had a great entrance. You know what I mean? Um, the new WWF generation. Yes, we are. When when would you say the new generation started? Was it when Brett won the title, maybe? Or I'm trying to think of when they started using that slogan, that catchphrase. 94, maybe? And it's also funny how Taker's entrance has pretty much been the same, right? This entire time. The only time he's changed it was when he was the American Badass, but he's had the same entrance as the Dead Man since the beginning. Now, I don't know why this match is happening, honestly. Why Undertaker is facing IRS. Um, is the Undertaker afraid of doing his taxes too? Look at that urn. It's huge. That urn is huge. Undertaker with that giant purple tie is kind of funny. Like, it's amazing how this outfit somehow works. I don't think anybody else could make that work. Uh, Tiffany, you know, I don't know about like getting a Tiffany doll, especially if you knew how much this Chucky doll cost. This was not cheap. I previously got a Chucky doll that was much cheaper, but did not look anywhere near as good as this one does. Um, and then one day I saw this Chucky doll, and it was a steep price, but I kind of said fuck it, and I splurged. I spoiled myself. So spending a similar amount for a Tiffany doll that looked as good, yeah, that's gonna have to be some sort of like, hey, if one of y'all want to gift me a Tiffany doll that looks this good, fine. But me myself, I don't know. Chucky obviously is enjoying. I think watching Undertaker is Chucky's favorite part of this show. Imagine Undertaker and Chucky like interacting in somehow, some way. I like the idea that even though Undertaker is a babyface, he still scares his opponents. You know, why is he? Why does Taker have his back turned? IRS. Ooh, I love the no selling Undertaker. Right, he takes a drop kick and just doesn't even move. The fact that Taker is 5 years into his WWF career and he still no sells is awesome. I wish Kane was booked as strong as Taker was 5 years into his career. 5 years into Kane's career, uh, you know, he was losing too much. 6 years into Kane's career, they had him unmasked, which I know he went on like his renewed monster push unmasked, but I never vibed with unmasked Kane. So to me, that was a dark period. And then when Kane put the mask back on, whichever year that was, 2012 maybe, uh, it just wasn't the same, right? It just wasn't. Or maybe no, maybe it was 2014 when Kane put the mask back on. I don't even remember. Like I remember trying to get myself excited for it because I'm like, oh, he has a mask again. But you know, by that point, his aura was pretty fucked. It was like their last effort to push Kane as a monster again, and then it wasn't too long after that he was with Daniel Bryan doing the fucking comedy shit. Why? What? This match is just IRS running away from Undertaker. It's just filled with like boot. I wonder, did Taker do the jumping clothesline back during this time? I remember being a kid, and whenever he would bust out a jumping clothesline, it would always make me go like, "Holy fuck!" Because he's so big, he's so brooding, he's so methodical, he's such a power-based guy that whenever he would bust out a big athletic move like that, it would always catch me off guard. I remember watching Undertaker and Stone Cold at SummerSlam '98. And when Undertaker jumped off the top rope and did a leg drop through the announce table, well, the announce table didn't break, but he jumped from the top rope to the announce table on top of Stone Cold with a leg drop. I was like, what the fuck? Ooh, he just tossed him with his tie. Is it me or does Taker have more hair than usual? Like it's draped over his face. You can't even see Taker's face. The seed of Chucky doll is creepy. Oh, is it? I mean, what if he like stares into your soul? Is that creepier? He's wearing my hat, my custom made Celtics hat. Oh, did he hit him? He did hit him. Oh, IRS accidentally hit Ted DiBiase in the face. So Ted DiBiase was, I guess, just a manager by this point. Um. Oh, IRS just pushed Ted DiBiase. Is not is 95. What year did Stone Cold, or I should say, the Ringmaster Steve Austin? What year did he come into WWE? Was it 95? Like late 95? What? Who are these guys? The Druids? Shouldn't the Druids be with Undertaker? Did Ted DiBiase buy off the Druids? So even the Druids have a price? The fuck? Who are the Druids? Oh, are they going to unmask and reveal themselves as Tweedledee and Tweedledum? So they have to be somebody, I guess. Look, this match is just filled with like bullshit. It's not even a real match. It's probably the easiest match of IRS's career because he hasn't done anything really. Um, Same thing with Taker. I don't think Taker's taken a bump, has he? Shadow Bear is asking if I have a Tiffany doll. I was just talking about that. Somebody asked me about a Tiffany doll, and no, this Chucky doll was very expensive. Very expensive. This was my hey, I'm gonna spoil myself purchase because I don't really buy a lot of. Well, I shouldn't say I don't buy a lot of stuff for myself because look at all these fucking belts. So I do occasionally have my moments of like I'm gonna treat myself. But a Tiffany doll at that price, it would have to be like if somebody gifted it to me or if somebody got it for me for like Christmas or birthday because I don't think I'd feel comfortable spending that level of money. And there's no point on buying like a cheap version of it because it would look like shit compared to this one. This one, the only negative about this doll is that it doesn't talk. Like it doesn't have a voice box, it doesn't have a button where it speaks. But besides that, I'm really happy with the Chucky doll. Man, this match has kind of sucked. I mean, I've seen worse Taker matches. Like if you're talking about Giant Gonzalez, or I remember, was it In Your House when Taker fought the Executioner? Like they would always bring in these big, uh, non-good wrestlers to wrestle Undertaker during this time period. But like IRS can go. It's just they just booked this match to be purposely like lame, I guess. They're focusing on these masked, mysterious druids, and like, who gives a fuck? That urn is huge. I've never seen the urn look that big. It's also very shiny and reflective. I kind of appreciate that. Okay, here we go. Now we're kicking into gear. Body slam. Is he going for a big elbow drop? Yep. Oh, he missed it. Sit up. I love when he does the Michael Myers pose. The Billy puppet from Saw would go great. I agree. Do you know how many times I've looked into getting a Billy puppet doll? Um, and it's a matter of they don't sell a lot of them. Like it's not as popular, obviously, as Chucky. It's not like um, there's a lot of them made. But you know what? Maybe I should look again. Billy puppet deluxe prop sound and motion. Yeah, but how much did that cost? Does it cost fucking $1,000? Who knows? Maybe after this stream, I will look on like Amazon and see what Billy Pub. The last time I checked, though, which wasn't that long ago, I couldn't really find anything that looked worth it. There's a lot of ones that look cheap or look like more puppet than actual, like the movie. Missed the elbow. Ooh, they collided. I wasn't expecting that. I was hoping Taker was about to do his jumping clothesline. Oh, what? The druid's coming into the ring. What? Who the who is this druid guy? Taker, sit up. Take his fucking black KKK looking hood off. Like that outfit's very unfortunate. Tombstone. Tombstone. Get him, Taker. Do it. Oh, he kicked him in the gut. And he kicked this guy in the stomach. I mean, these guys are getting up on the apron in front of the referee, and it's all just. I like that you can see Paul Bear's reflection in the urn. That's cool. One of the Druids guys is very big. So clearly, whoever that is, that's going to be like a future Undertaker opponent. Is it a future WrestleMania match for Undertaker? I don't know. You know, Vince loves his big guys. Are they going to unmask on this show? Probably not. If IRS beats, I mean, we've already had Jeff Jarrett beat Razor Ramon. If IRS beats Undertaker, then that's why you know 95 was not a great year. Chokeslam? 1, 2, 3. He won with the chokeslam, not even the tombstone. Okay. All right. That was definitely a Raw match. If I've ever seen one. We didn't even see a tombstone. Why is DiBiase fucking with Undertaker in the first place? Well, yeah, DiBiase should be a smarter guy to realize that, like, Taker's not. It's a decent amount of people for this time period. Oh, the Druids are in the ring. The Druids are attacking Undertaker. If anyone gives a shit, these Druids, one of them is so small. Well, you know, in comparison to Undertaker. They're keeping the lights. Okay, now the lights are on. Ty Daniels, your favorite movie is The Mask? I don't believe you. There's no way your favorite movie is not Saw. So it's hard to believe. My favorite movie is The Dark Knight. Hey, King Kong Bundy. Okay, this is Undertaker's WrestleMania opponent, right? Doesn't he face King Kong Bundy at WrestleMania? Was it 11? Yeah, I don't know. It's just another situation of, oh, IRS just knocked down Paul Bear and he's stealing his urn. Stealing Undertaker's urn is like the number one thing heels would do feuding with him. It's like every feud Taker had, they would steal the urn. Like it's just, you know, I don't want to say lazy, but like, man, we not very complicated storylines. Your favorite opening scene is from Saw, and your favorite scene is from Saw, but your favorite movie is The Mask? All right. I mean, I guess that can be true. How many people do you think in the audience for this show are either A, still alive, but two, uh, or B, A or two, or B, still watching WWE to this day. Oh, Paul Bear's trying to get Undertaker to sit up. Is the idea though that he's weaker without his urn? Like if Paul Bear had the urn, Taker would be stronger right now, or he? We didn't even unmask the Druids. What was the point of them if you were going to have King Kong Bundy come out? The Action Zone. I do like the stage. Big Daddy Cool Diesel. Oh, Todd. Jesus Christ. I like your main event guys being serious. They're taking the title match serious. They're not joking and indulging in Todd's dumb questions. Okay, so Diesel's the champion. All right. Okay, so Brett lost the title to um, Bob Backlund at Survivor Series. Diesel beat Bob Backlund in 8 seconds, right? I will say this. I like that you can tell these interviews are not scripted, at least not like word for word. I like the fact that you got two guys, Diesel and Brett, who are taking this match seriously. They're not really interested in talking or catchphrases, or they're like, I'm preparing for this match. I need to think about this match. The King and Vince. I don't know if I remember them doing commentary specifically together or just the two of them. I don't remember, you know. Like I know Vince and Jesse Ventura commentate together, but Ventura wasn't there anymore. So I guess probably King is just filling this role. Here we go, WWF title match. I assume after this is the Royal Rumble, and then is that going to be it? I'm not complaining. This is probably going to be the match of the night. Let's be real. Um, you know, and Brett, like, granted, I wasn't watching around the time when Brett was like babyface top guy, but the stuff that I have gone back and watched with Brett, I obviously see what everybody loved about him, his matches specifically. The only stuff that I got to see with Brett in real time was, well, his stuff in WCW, which admittedly wasn't anything special. And I went back to watch him as a heel in '97, and that heel '97 Brett is the best Brett I've seen. Like that one kid looks pissed that he didn't get Brett's glasses or the hat. Was that his brother who got it? So he's pissed. He's jealous. Okay, has Brett been gone since he lost to Backlund? It's amazing. It's a testament to Kevin Nash that he was able to get over and he was able to become a main event guy with the name Diesel. Okay, that was cool. The diesel truck driving into the screen and then the glass breaking. Okay, that was fucking cool. Um, but the name Diesel, the theme song, I never really liked Diesel's theme song. I didn't really like his period as Diesel more so because I thought the name was super cheesy. But Nash himself is naturally cool enough to kind of he still got over. You know? That's rarefied. I don't think anybody during this time period can be saddled with the name. Oh, is that Lawrence Taylor? LT? We're already setting the seeds, planting the seeds for LT's involvement. Is Bam Bam Bigelow going to be in the Rumble later? Is that how that happens? Tyrese Daniels. How many accounts do you have? You were just Ty Daniels. Now you have a Tyrese Daniels. How many different accounts do you have? Just curious. Or did you do the multiplicity? Did you clone yourself like 4 or 5 times? And each clone of yourself has a different YouTube account. If that's the case, hey, I'll take it. I'll take all the different multiplicity accounts that you have. There's the Winged Eagle title. I know many people are nostalgic about the Winged Eagle title. They love the Winged Eagle title. And it's a good looking title, don't get me wrong. I'm more of a Big Eagle title fan. Because the Big Eagle is the belt that was the belt when I first started watching, or at least what I associate from. I guess technically Sean did have the Winged Eagle still, but when Austin got the Big Eagle title, that to me was like that made that belt everything because Austin was the coolest motherfucker around at that time. I like that Brett caught himself and stopped himself from going chest first into the turnbuckle because he does that in every match. So they teased it. He's probably going to do it later on, but I like that he caught himself and stopped himself from doing it. I don't know if this is the first time these two have wrestled, but I remember they had a really good match at Survivor Series 95, I think. Yeah, 95. I remember that match being really good. I think they also wrestle again at In Your House 96. 2 months before Diesel leaves to WCW. Then Brett goes over the top rope. I wonder if they purposely did these top rope moments at the Royal Rumble show to preview the Royal Rumble match, or maybe I'm just thinking too much about it. Seems like we've had a lot of people get knocked over the top rope during this show. I would have been more okay with Razor Ramon losing the IC title to Jeff Jarrett earlier if that meant that he would eventually go on this year to face Diesel and win the title from Diesel, but obviously that never happened. I don't even know what Razor did for WrestleMania 11. Was he even on the show? It's weird how much he was so over, but like Vince didn't book Razor Ramon well at all. And I don't. When did Razor Scott Hall start having like alcohol problems? Like, was it around his time in WWF? I don't think so. I felt like that was a WCW thing. I could be wrong. Like, there has to be some other reason why Vince never pushed him above where he was. He had everything. He had the size, he had the look, great promos, super over with the crowd. I really don't know what else Razor would have had to have done. Maybe Vince just liked Diesel, Nash a lot more, you know? Brett working on the bigger guy's legs is always great to see. Whenever Brett wrestles a bigger guy like a Undertaker, Diesel, um, it's always smart. It's that type of in ring psychology. Ooh, that you don't see a lot today, right? Like you don't see smaller guys working the legs of a bigger guy to get them neutralized. It's kind of just like let me just do my cool moves to a bigger guy just to prove that I can do a cool move to them, as opposed to like no, let's psychologically, realistically book this to where they need to strategize to get the bigger guy down. I don't know. Maybe I'm just proving how old I am by saying that I'd rather see matches like that. You're going to have a younger fan watching this match and saying, "Oh, it's so slow. They're just in a figure four leg lock right now." Um, but they're not like appreciating why the match is going the way that it's going. Brett, at this point, even though he's always kind of probably looked at himself as the underdog, Brett at this point has already been a main event guy at least for what 2 years maybe, or a year and a half. He's a lot more experienced in the main event than Diesel is, so him controlling this match makes a lot of sense. And I like how he brought him from the ropes back to the middle of the ring and put the figure four back on. It is funny though how Razor Ramon got his legs worked on. Now Diesel is getting his legs worked on. But again, it makes sense, man. Bigger opponent, work the legs. He's trying to get the ropes. Oh, he got the rope because he's so fucking tall. His long legs and arms, he's able to reach from the middle of the fucking ring. Ooh, Brett won't let go. Uh oh, Brett. Brett. DQ, Brett. Brett showing a little bit of, I don't want to say heel side, but he's definitely feeling a certain way about, I don't even want to say desperate, but he wants that belt back. Uh oh. See, because it's two baby faces. You got two baby faces, so Brett is sort of. He's acting a little more heelish. He hasn't cheated yet, though. That's the difference. Ooh, reverse, and Brett hits the steps, the blue steps, by the way. The steel steps were blue during the new generation for whatever reason. At least Diesel had the nickname of Big Daddy Cool. Big Daddy Cool is a cool nickname. I'd hate to say anything positive about Vince McMahon, but he's not a bad commentator. Yeah, he doesn't know names of the moves, but he knows how to sort of control the narrative of talking about the match because he knows the stories. He's the fucking guy booking it, right? He knows what he wants to emphasize. So he's a good commentator in that sense. See, Earl Hebner had fast counts too, man. Now Diesel's in control. Okay, I like this. Diesel using his power. He's still selling the knee, by the way, though. I saw Stone Cold Steve Austin was on Cody Rhodes's "What Do You Want to Talk About" podcast. Or no, it wasn't. It wasn't Cody Rhodes. It was Chris Van Vliet. I watch a lot of Cody Rhodes' podcast. No, Stone Cold was on Chris Van Vliet's podcast, and one of the many things he said that I thought was interesting was him saying wrestlers today need to sell. And I think watching, I guess this whole show, but especially Razor's match and this match, is the amount of selling that is being done during these matches and is effective. Nice shirt. It's a Guardians of the Galaxy Star-Lord shirt, but thank you. I should probably get some more old school wrestling shirts if I'm going to watch a lot more of these shows. Do a lot more. Oh, is he going for the jackknife? Oh, no. I thought he was doing a jackknife. This is like a. Wow. A customized bear hug. Yeah, this is like a. Almost like a back-breaking bear hug. Oh, got out of it. Sleeper hold. You can hear the people in the crowd. They're not booing either one of them. They're cheering, or like they each have their fans and they're reacting. Boo! I still say Test had one of the best big boots I'd ever seen. It was so fast. He knew how to make that sound to make it sound and look devastating. Oh, what's Brett doing? Clothesline. I wonder, January of '95. I wonder, Nitro hasn't started yet, but I wonder what WCW was doing around this time. Uh, did they only have their Saturday show? Maybe, because I know WCW had Hogan and Macho Man by now, right? We could also watch some WCW shows as well. Because I know, oh, he's wrapping his tape around Diesel's ankles. Interesting. Like, is he can't pin him, though, from this position, right? Like, Diesel's technically in the ropes. Did he just want to punish him? Oh, look at that. Yeah, okay. That might be the closest to a heel thing that Brett has done. And interesting, Earl Hebner is one of the few referees that would physically get involved. Like, he physically took the tape off of Diesel's legs. You never see a referee get that much, you know. They just kind of like sit back and pretend like they don't. Like Earl Hebner used to act like he would get upset if somebody were cheating or if somebody tried to cheat. Oh, backbreaker? I always wondered, like, how do you pull a backbreaker? Meaning, like, how do you make it not hurt? Like, it looks like there's no way. Like, if you're taking a backbreaker, you're gonna take it. It's gonna hurt. That knee is hitting your back. Like, you can't like fake that. I mean, maybe you can, but it just looks brutal. Back to the leg, forcing Diesel back down. See, another thing Stone Cold said in that Chris Van Vliet podcast is you got to make these matches look like a struggle. That's another thing he said that I thought was very interesting. It's true. In watching this match, this absolutely looks like a struggle. This doesn't look choreographed. It doesn't look rehearsed. It doesn't look like they've practiced this a million times. Ooh, Diesel caught him and shoved him into the pole there. The King changing his prediction based off of how the match is going. That's hilarious. Is he going for it? Jackknife? Honk honk. I remember when The Rock made fun of Kevin Nash in 2002 with the honk honk. I haven't been able to take that seriously ever since. And Jackknife? Oh! Jackknife Powerbomb was one of my favorite moves back in the day. Because of how. Ooh, what? Shawn Michaels? What? Why is Shawn here? I mean, I know Shawn and Diesel had their issues from when Diesel broke off with him, but like, yeah, did he just fuck this match? Earl Hebner didn't call for a DQ though. Is the match over? Oh, what a lame finish. Oh, wait a minute. Earl Hebner wants the match to continue? Damn, Earl Hebner is like, we're not getting a fuck finish on this match. You know what? Good on you, Earl. Thank you, Earl. No fuck finishes tonight. Say what you want to say about this shit era. I've enjoyed the booking of some of these. Like, oh, you think we're gonna fuck you over? Oh no, never mind. We're gonna get the match. They've done that twice so far. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Diesel is struggling to get over there though. Mm. Now maybe also they're doing this because when this happened with Razor Ramon earlier, he lost. So maybe they're trying to get us to think that Diesel is about to get fucked from his knee injury and lose. Um, Once again, makes sense. Interesting booking. I will give them that. I will give them that. Yeah, Diesel is in pain. He's going for another figure four. He's sticking with the figure four as opposed to going for a sharpshooter. I'm not sure if the sharpshooter is supposed to affect your legs. I thought maybe it affects your legs and um your back, but Diesel struggling here. Oh, see that looks painful. Again, I am a simple man, but you take someone's leg and you bend the ankle a little bit, you can't tell me that doesn't look like it hurts. Mmm. Brett, chest first into the turnbuckle. He didn't do the usual chest bump into the turnbuckle. So if we get another one of those, he's using. Is that the same knee that's fucked up though? Uh oh. What's he doing? Gut wrench suplex. That's a move that you don't see anymore. Oh, how long his legs are. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, it's the left. Okay, so his right leg is fine. He was using that for the knee. See, once again, the psychology. Everything makes sense. Diesel was using his right leg because his left leg is injured, and Brett is now primarily. Oh no, Brett! Brett! You got Brett just used the chair. Wow, now Brett's getting booed. I mean, he did cheat, and the referee didn't call for a DQ. And for some reason, Vince is trying to say he Owen Hart. Owen Hart. Owen Hart. Because he turned on. Right? He turned on Brett. Wait, no, to Owen Hart, he turned on Brett like the year prior, right? Like they've already feuded. I guess they're still feuding? Cause Owen fought Brett at SummerSlam in the cage match. He fought Brett at WrestleMania 10. That was all last year. So what? What the fuck is going on? Look, I appreciate we're not getting DQs. I don't want a DQ. But why is Earl Hebner just saying fuck the interference? This match is continuing. This is kind of crazy. I don't know if I've ever seen a referee just say, I don't care who interferes. We're not ending this match in a DQ. The referee wants to see a fucking winner here. And that is. And it's a regular referee, too. It's not even like a special guest referee. Diesel's going to pin Brett. One, two. Okay. So you can see the way Earl Hebner is making sure Brett kicks out, right? Like he counted, but he also like kind of nudged Brett a tiny bit to make sure like he unlike what was it? That referee in NXT, that poor Blake Monroe lost her title because I don't know what was going on there. Mmm. The exposed turnbuckle. He didn't even try to get the turnbuckle back on. He just. Damn. I wonder who was the agent behind this match. Because, I mean, I'll be honest. Uh oh, the tape of this is a little wonky. We're not even watching it on VHS, but the original footage must be a little janky. Um, yeah, I wonder who the agent was because there's a lot of rule breaking in this match. There's a lot of like we're just gonna disregard interference. We're gonna disregard Brett using a chair. We're gonna disregard Brett using the exposed turnbuckle. Disregard Shawn Michaels interfering. Disregard Owen Hart interfering. Like I don't know why. Like I get Brett's desperation of like he's so in the mode of wanting to win the belt back that he used a chair. He's not even thinking about risking a DQ. Now Diesel, but you know what though? Diesel's thinking if Brett got away with using a chair, I'm owed at least one chair shot. God damn it! The referee's lost complete control of this match. Like he's not DQing it based off of like his own want of not wanting this match to end, I guess. His leg? What about Diesel's leg this whole fucking match? Diesel's whole leg has been worked over, but like, oh no, Brett might have gotten hurt on his leg. So hold on a second. What? Oh, oh, oh! Ref bump. We got a ref bump, and nobody takes a ref bump better than Earl Hebner. Earl Hebner takes the best ref bumps. Oh, Sean's back. Sean's back. Bob Backlund is here. Owen Hart. Okay, yeah, it's over. It's a DQ. Jeff Jarrett's here. Road Dogg's here. What the fuck? This is a pay-per-view, folks. I guess they didn't want to beat Brett. That's crazy. It's crazy. Brett could have been in the Rumble. You know, you didn't have to book this match if you didn't want Brett to lose. This is ridiculous. Man, imagine paying. What match am I on? Well, Brett and Diesel just ended in a DQ because Shawn Michaels, Owen Hart, Bob Backlund, Jeff Jarrett, and Road Dogg all ran into the ring and beat up both guys. So now agents and referees are trying to stop them. I assume the Royal Rumble match is next, but we haven't gotten that far yet. Yeah, like imagine even if the pay-per-views at this time only cost like $20, I would still be pissed. It's a draw. Howard Finkel just announced that the match is a draw. What a fucking lame. I would be pissed watching this live. Yeah, this is, so Bob Backlund now has the cross-faced chicken wing on Brett. Jarrett and Road Dogg are holding Diesel down. Sean was punching Diesel. Now Diesel's fighting out of it. Diesel is attacking Jarrett and Road Dogg. Owen Hart just got knocked down. And Diesel just is stomping on Bob Backlund's head. I'd be pretty pissed. It's like Vince wants to know why 95 is a down period. It's because of booking like this. This is awful. Like, you don't do this shit on pay-per-view, you know? Do that for your Raws. But I've always had the mindset of pay-per-views should be finishes. No DQs, no interferences, no bullshit. You could have even still had all these guys run out. But you could have had Diesel pin Brett and then have all of this bullshit. Not on pay-per-view. Like, if this was today, the crowd would be chanting bullshit. The crowd would be booing. They'd be chanting bullshit. They'd be chanting... The crowd's actually cheering these two, though. They're cheering them because they like them. Brett and Diesel. And the match was good. You know, the match was good until the bullshit happened. You can tell the difference, though, between, like, this crowd and today's crowd. Today's crowd would be like, fuck this. They'd be shitting all over this. But this crowd is still applauding, and they're still cheering. Well, Diesel retains the title by DQ, I guess. Or by draw. Sorry. Well, there you go. Imagine if we watched the rest of 95. Oh, look at these chicks. Okay, you got some attractive women at the show. Well, yeah, like it's like it almost seems like too a lot of the fans, I don't want to say believe it's real, but they're a lot more kind of into the realism of it, like believing it's real. They're a lot more willing to go along with it as if it's real. Whereas today we know too much. And granted, we know too much pretty much because of how much they've told us. They've told us so much shit that like now we know to boo the booking. We know to boo the people in the back. We know to boo. Why are we seeing Pam Anderson undressed? Or we're not seeing her undressed. She's behind a curtain. Like, we've had too many segments with Pam Anderson. I'm sorry. I get it. She's hot. But, like, we get it. She's hot. Do you have anything else? We have Bob Holly and the 123 kid. Is it me or does the 123 kid look high? He looks like he looks high as fuck right now. Are we doing the Rumble right now? Wait, we're doing a tag team championship match. Really? Oh, so we have another match before the Rumble. Okay, fuck. All right. What is this? The Magistrator? The King is doing a segment. It kind of reminds me of what Pat McAfee was doing, where he's drawing on the screen. The crowd is chanting Burger King at the King, which, all right. Okay, the King is trying to draw himself kissing Pam Anderson. What a waste of 45 seconds. Tatanka and Bam Bam Bigelow. Wow, we really are having a tag team title match right now. I was not expecting it. I thought the Rumble was next. But okay. And somehow Ted DiBiase bought off Tatanka. I remember hearing about the whole thing of everyone thought that Lex Luger was going to be Ted DiBiase's next guy, but Luger denied it. Only for Tatanka to turn heel and join. What's the name of this group? The DiBiase Posse? I don't know what the group's called. But like I remember, like I didn't watch at that time, but I remember hearing about it was such a big deal that Tatanka turned heel because Tatanka was like a really big baby face, and they pulled a swerve by not having Lex turn. Um, oh, it's a tag team championship tournament, so nobody has the tag titles. The tag titles are vacated. Why are they vacated? Why are we doing a tag title tournament match at the Royal Rumble? Is this the finals? Or this doesn't seem, unless this is the finals, this doesn't seem like the show to have a random tournament match. This match is weird as fuck. Like random as fuck. I don't know why we're doing this, but alright, fine. I don't think I've ever seen Bob Holly and the 123 kid team up together. Um, like I was aware that they teamed, but again, I wasn't watching at this time, so uh Like they don't look like they go together. Um, I don't know why they're together, but all right. And also Bob Holly during this like spark plug. What a gimmick! Thank God he eventually became hardcore Holly because man, it's another classic example of you. Not anybody can just be given a random gimmick and it get over and or it work. Like you need them to kind of have a little more edge, have a little more personality. A gimmick like Sparkplug Bob Holly. Um, if that doesn't tell you that '95 was a rough year, and we've seen too much Ted DiBiase on one show. It reminds me how much Don Callis we see in AEW on a random episode. It's like every other match, you know. Like I get it. He has a lot of people in this fucking stable. Mm. Bam, bam. I did like. I remember hearing Bam Bam Bigelow's. Ooh, that was cool. Bam Bam just completely blew past Bob Holly and 1-2-3 Kid. I remember thinking Bam Bam Bigelow had a cool theme song from listening to it on was it WrestleMania the game? I think it was WrestleMania the game. And I remember hearing his song on that and being like, this is a cool theme song. I also liked Bam Bam Bigelow's his look. The tattoos on his head. Like it's weird, but it definitely made him stand out. Woo! Holy fuck! What the hell? Bam Bam just threw X Pac up like a pop up. And X Pac caught him in a Hurricane Rana. That looked like a spot from today. And then Bam Bam just hit a heel kick on X Pac. What the fuck? Is this AEW? That was crazy. Okay, they just woke me up. That was insane. That was insane. That was impressive. Bam Bam Bigelow, he's deceptively athletic. A guy his size, a guy his, he could easily rely on just power moves. I'm amazed McMahon let Bam Bam do anything athletic or, you know, because that's Vince. I don't think Vince likes that pace or that style at all. Look at how much the light heavyweight title didn't do shit. That division didn't do shit. The cruiserweight title didn't do shit under Vince. You know what I mean? I just think he probably just spaces out, loses interest in all those flippy moves. Um, I wish we still did have a cruiserweight division though, because like I guess today so many people do the fast pace cruiserweight high flying style, so it doesn't like even main event guys, right? Seth Rollins, you got Braun Breaker doing Frankensteiners off the top rope. You don't have as many like so many people do those types of moves that it's not as unique. But I do miss having a cruiserweight division where you were guaranteed uh, those level of guys. Maybe WCW did the cruiserweight division the best. You know, I used to love watching Nitro, and like Juventud Guerrero would be coming out, Psychosis, like guys that you wouldn't see normally wrestle anyone else. But when you saw them coming out, you knew it was going to be special. What was it? The WWF logo, the yellow logo. What? You're talking about the logo that's at the bottom of the screen right now? I just don't like the block design, the blocky design of the WWF logo. Like I am, ooh, that was a close count. Obviously, I'm biased to the Scratch logo that came in '98. To me, like that's always my go-to favorite logo. I never really liked the block logo. I don't really care for the current logo of WWE because it's too slick. It's too, I don't know. It just doesn't really have personality. The Scratch logo is always my favorite. I want to say though, even the WWF logo in '97, it's not the Scratch version, but it's still better than this. I'm not really a fan of this '95 logo. Like to me, it screams '80s vibe. I think '97 wasn't it? It was the block logo, but wasn't it like red maybe? You know, I was just saying that earlier. Uh, I don't know if you saw the move where Bam Bam he popped up 1 2 3 kid, 1 2 3 kid did a Hurricane Rana, and then Bam Bam hit 1 2 3 kid with a heel kick. Oh, the '97 blue and yellow. Okay, yeah, the '97 WWF logo is the one I could tolerate the most before they get to the Scratch one in '98. I didn't mind the '97 one. But yeah, Bam Bam. I like Bam Bam's style. I like that he clearly wanted to stand out as a high flyer, right? He would do um, moonsaults and headbutts off the top rope. He didn't mind doing like a jumping heel kick, or he didn't mind flipping over for 1 2 3 kid. Ooh, the kid missed favorite foods. My favorite foods, personally, I mean, I'm very generic. I like pizza, but it's got to be a good pizza. Pizza's my favorite food, but New York pizza specifically. Because there's been other pizza places that I try out or I have, and I'm just like, nah, this ain't it. And like also, the War Raiders follow in Bam Bam's footsteps. Yeah, especially Ivar, because Ivar's a bigger guy. So Ivar has that similar vibe of like he's a big dude, but he does moonsaults. He does higher, um, faster pace moves. That's why when Ivar had his little stint when Eric was injured and Ivar was having matches against Bronson Reed, he was in NXT having matches. Like Ivar was killing it, and I think people recognized him there for that. It's just a shame that for whatever reason, the Raw tag division especially kind of sucks right now. It's just not interesting. You know, I think the New Day and the War Raiders are just stuck in this black hole of a division. Like, if they were on SmackDown, I think they would be doing a lot better. Yeah, this match isn't bad. Going into this match, I was kind of like, why is this happening? But honestly, this entire show has kind of been a mixed bag. As far, look at that. I don't even know what that was. It was like a jumping fucking heel kick. It wasn't a drop kick. It was like he hit him in the face with his heels. He tapped his heels together and said, "There's no place like home." I wonder though. Clearly, somebody backstage. I don't know about Vince himself because I don't think Vince liked high flying type stuff. So I don't think Vince liked Bam Bam doing high flying moves. But somebody convinced Vince to be in the main event of WrestleMania with Lawrence Taylor. Think about it. That could have been anybody that they could have put in the ring with Lawrence Taylor, and they picked Bam Bam for a reason. 123 Kid does look super young here. Whenever I see him back during this time, it's weird to see him like clean shaven. You know what I mean? Because I still think of him as X Pac. That like that's how I was introduced, or at least Six in WCW. But yeah, X Pac in '98 is what I think of when I think of him. And Ted DiBiase, I said earlier, he's all over this show. It's like the second or third time we've seen him tonight. See, I think somebody should have, instead of all of these segments where Todd Pettengill is like trying to flirt with and trying to fuck Pam Anderson backstage, one of those segments should have been Ted DiBiase going to her dressing room, trying to buy her off, and she turns him down. Like, at least that would have been somewhat interesting. You like these referees' shirts? I don't mind them. I don't dislike them. It's cool that they bring them back uh, for Saturday night's main event. Hey, you never heard me say that she looked bad. I'm not saying Pam Anderson looked bad or that she wasn't hot. Pam Anderson was hot in '95. Absolutely. I'm just saying they've cut backstage to her locker room 6 different times, and every time it's Todd Pettengill like trying to flirt with her. Who gives a fuck about Todd Pettengill trying to fuck Pam Anderson? It's just a waste of time, is my point. If you're going to do that many different segments with Pam Anderson, have different wrestlers, have different characters hit on her, flirt with her, try to ask her out. And she turns them all down because, you know, who does she walk out to the ring at WrestleMania? Is it Shawn Michaels? Like, have Shawn Michaels be the one that, like, gets her, you know? But build throughout the night where, like, Jeff Jarrett said he was going to go talk to her. We never saw that. You could have had Ted DiBiase try to offer her money and she turns him down. You know, you could have had different people go to her and she turns them down, until Shawn Michaels. And Shawn Michaels is the one, for obvious reasons, is able to win over the affections of Pam Anderson. That, I mean, like, it's, this shit isn't hard, people. But even back in '95, Vince is doing the laziest form of using somebody. It's like you have Pam Anderson, who at this time is probably one of the hottest stars, at least on TV, with Baywatch. So be a little more creative with it. Damn, that spot looked like that sucked. And I mean, like, sucked to take. If you're 123 Kid, I would not want to have taken that. Although he's done that. I remember Kane throwing X Pac out of the ring exactly like that a few times. So maybe he, like, doing that is his idea. Oh, speaking of that, moonsault. Oh, Tatanka, I guess, didn't notice Bam Bam was about to do a moonsault. Tatanka hit the ropes and accidentally knocked Bam Bam off. What the fuck? That was funny. See, I wish you had more partner miscommunication like that today to like explain away why a team who on paper like Bam Bam, wow, look at that. 1-2-3 kid just pinned Bam Bam directly because of team miscommunication. See, I like that booking. Like it, I mean, Bam Bam looks like he's knocked out here. Oh, so that was the finals. That was for the tag titles. Okay. Bob Holly and 1-2-3 Kid just won the tag titles. The vacated tag titles, by the way. I don't know. Who'd they say? I didn't mind the match. Honestly, this might be the best match of the night only because of Brett and Diesel's shitty finish. Because I would say the match itself, Brett and Diesel was better, but the finish sucked. So this might be the match of the night, which is that. But that kind of tells you the state of '95 that this match is the night. Oh, are you talking about the banners that are hanging from the roof that says Royal Rumble? I like that too. I noticed that in the video game 2K25 for the old school arenas, they have a lot of that. Oh, is he bleeding? Bam Bam's bleeding. What happened to him? Damn, he looks fucked up. Where's Tatanka? Where's Tatanka and Ted DiBiase? You would think they'd be there to console him, or even Bam Bam saying, "Where the fuck is everybody?" He's pissed. I don't blame him. Okay, so this is how they're gonna set up Bam Bam and LT, right? He's embarrassed that he got pinned by the kid. LT is laughing, and Bam Bam's gonna be pissed. Okay, here we go. The build to WrestleMania 11's main event starts right now. Can you imagine? This was the main event of WrestleMania 11. Oh, Bam Bam just shoved LT, and LT is pissed. Uh oh. See, this is why people look at the Rumble as the start of WrestleMania season, is because just from this show alone, just from this show alone, we've seen King Kong Bundy challenge Undertaker, which that will happen at WrestleMania. Bam Bam just interacted with LT. That happens at Mania. It's the main of fuck event. I don't know if Jarrett and Razor again. Um, like I don't remember what Razor does at WrestleMania 11. Right now, they're showing highlights of Diesel from the '94 Rumble. I remember for years people talking about Diesel's run in the '94 Rumble. In fact, I think people, whenever somebody has a spot in the Rumble today where they eliminate a lot of people and they look dominant, they call it the Diesel run because Diesel was the first guy that was booked to eliminate multiple people and look strong. So now it's called the Diesel push. Uh, They've done it with Kane. They've done it with, I think, Roman. Um, there's always at least one guy that goes on that run of like, oh, they're getting the Diesel spot. Shawn Michaels is doing a promo right now. I used to I used to find it funny how often Shawn would say the World Wrestling Federation. He would never say WWF. He would always say the World Wrestling Federation. He would always say it out. Okay, now we're seeing highlights of the 94 Rumble, same Rumble, where Brett and Lex were the final two. I like this, yes. Well, that was originally, so when the World Wildlife Fund, uh, they told WWF that they're only allowed to say World Wrestling Federation. They couldn't say WWF. So that's why I think guys like Shawn, maybe Brett, that's why they would say World Wrestling Federation. Even Vince on commentary. But by the time the Attitude Era came around, they stopped giving a fuck. New Generation, you heard World Wrestling Federation a lot. But the Attitude Era, I don't know what happened. I don't know. Vince just figured, hey, we're hot. We're making killer money, killer ratings. They can't touch us. I guess that's what Vince thought. Lex Luger is talking right now. You know, they could have had these promos spread out throughout the show as opposed to waiting to do them all together like this. Because now it just feels like you have this lull period of like a bunch of promos stacked on top of each other. Like you could have had these promos after every match throughout the night, but okay, whatever. And Lex Luger, like Vince wanted Lex to be the guy so bad. He wanted. Oh, he's okay. I was like, what is he apologizing for? Vince is apologizing to Lawrence Taylor for that unfortunate incident. Make it look real. Sell it. Okay, Howard Finkel is announcing. Is this Pam Anderson? But then Lex went to the mall and never came back. Yes, 95 is the year that Lex left and went to WCW. He showed up on the first Nitro, the Mall of America. Maybe we will watch that first Nitro. Actually, I'm gonna check. Does Netflix have WCW shows? Fuck, they might not. See, that's what sucks about, like, man, I miss the network. We didn't realize how good we had it. What, Pam Anderson? Yeah, man, come on. I know you're too young. You didn't live during the Pam Anderson, like, in her prime years. But, like, yeah, I was a kid when Pam Anderson was around, and yeah, she was a smoke show. When you're a kid, you're definitely like saying to yourself, "All right, yeah, I get it. I get why every guy like ogles over her. I get why everyone's sort of sniffing her feet." And that's before I even really knew um, what they wanted to do with her. It just was like, "Oh yeah, they're attracted to her, I guess." So she's just gonna be there and watch. I think she said that's her family behind her. That's cool, if that's the case. Nowadays, TKO wouldn't let you bring your family unless you fucking paid for the ticket yourself. Is it cold in there or something? You know what? I didn't even notice. Is that what's going on with her right now? Shawn Michaels has a TK thing on. Who's TK? Tony Khan. Who's TK on his wrist there? Shawn Michaels is starting the Rumble at number 1. No Sherry version of the theme song. Yeah, when did he get rid of that? See, once again, I wasn't watching back then, so I don't know the timeline of like how long. I don't think he had the Sherry version that long, which is unfortunate because I would say unfortunate just because it was different, right? Like it was different. He's had this version of himself singing the song for fucking forever. So he really didn't have the Sherry one that long. And to be fair, Sean does sound better than Sherry's version didn't sound great. I just appreciated that there was a different version out there. British Bulldog is number 2. It's always weird to see British Bulldog with long hair because I never watched when Bulldog had long hair. Represent, yeah. So is British Bulldog your favorite because he's representing? You always have appreciation for the British-based wrestlers, right? I'm sure Regal is a favorite of yours. Um, for this Rumble, sure, yeah, yeah. For this cast, slim pickings for sure. Oh, look at Bulldog. I will say though, Sean and Bulldog are probably going to be the best like 2 athletes in this match. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be other good wrestlers, but how many other people are we going to give a shit about? We've already seen Undertaker. We've already seen Diesel, Brett. We've already seen Razor. Like, we're not going to have uh, great 2 picks to start a Rumble. Yeah, I agree. Look at how fast. How fast was that? Was that even 60 seconds? Is this the Harris brother? Is this one of the Harris brothers? If I'm right, I believe this is one of the Harris brothers who um, I know them because they shave their heads later on and become like biker guys. I don't know them during this period of the long curly hair. But yeah, that looks like either Ron or Don Harris. I don't know what name he has now. But yeah, like we're already in rough shape for number 3. We're already we're already how fast is this Rumble? Duke the Dumpster Drozy? Seriously? Number 4 is Duke the Dumpster? Oh my god. And like I feel bad crapping on the wrestlers themselves, right? It's just it's the booking, it's the time period, it's the creative. It's really like any other period in WWE where it's shit creative. With a better gimmick, who knows? you know what could have happened with some of these wrestlers. But you get saddled. Yes, we're in the job era. You get saddled with a job gimmick. You're a garbage man, or you're a dentist, or you're a hockey player. You know what I mean? Who is this? Who is that? I saw Jim Cornette with him. I don't know if Jim Cornette came down there. Who is this guy? This is Adam Page. No, come on, give Adam Page better. Adam Page looks better than that. Adam Page has, at least he has like cool cowboy pants. Adam Page. I don't know who this guy is. They said he's a part of the Heavenly Bodies, but wasn't the Heavenly Bodies um, Chris Candido and fucking what's his name? Damn, we're just, you know what? I'm not going to complain, but we are quickly going through these entries. It's like 30 seconds, if that. Who is this? Oh, it's is that Barbarian? I think that's Barbarian. He went by the name Barbarian in WCW. I don't know what his name is here. Boy. Oh, there goes the Heavenly Body guy. Jimmy Del Rey? Okay. I've heard that name before. I'm sure he's like one of those guys that's like super respected. Uh, yes, we desperately need the nameplates or the graphics. We don't have graphics. I think graphics cost too much money back in '95, or we didn't have the budget. Who is this? There's no music. Oh, Tom Pritchard. That's the other Heavenly Bodies guy. Okay, so Tom Pritchard. See, I didn't realize how. I didn't realize Tom Pritchard had a Heavenly Bodies partner before Chris Candido. Um, I only went as far back as to see Tom Pritchard and Chris Candido, and they had Sonny as their manager. I didn't realize Tom Pritchard had another Jimmy Del Rey partner. So, boy, all right, and yeah, Double A mentioned how dirty the mats were. Yeah, you could still see blood from. Was the blood from Bam Bam, or was there another match that had blood? The Heavenly Bodies. Yes. Okay. So the Body Donnas is Pritchard and Chris Candido, but I think the Heavenly Body. I think that's what they were first. I think. I think once again, this is a period that I'm not too well versed in. I'm just, you know, we're all learning here. Doink the Clown just came out, but I believe this was not Matt Bourne. Doink the Clown became infinitely less interesting when Matt Bourne was not playing him. Because Matt Bourne at least uh, played Doink with dimension. He had character. It was during the heel era of Doink the Clown. So Doink actually was like creepy. This Doink, whoever is playing Doink here, is just very like standard. Oh, I'm a clown, so like whatever, you know. Who is this? Who the fuck is that? You can't. You can't bring out a mask guy and not have music, or yeah. Jerry Lawler just said, "How fast is this going?" And Vince McMahon said, "This is the fastest Rumble we've ever had." Why so serious? Yeah, man. Usually the Rumble, I used to, when I was a kid, I used to look forward to the Rumble because I would always say to myself, you're guaranteed a fun match. You're guaranteed a fun hour, the fastest hour. This is one of the few Rumbles where I'm bored as fuck. Who is this? Oh, Rick Martel. Okay, at least I know him. So are they not playing music for the rest of the entries? Only 1 and 2 got music, but nobody else is getting music? Boy, we don't have time for music. We're just rushing through this. Can you imagine being there and it's like this is the Rumble that we're getting right now? This is the main event. This is what? This is the road to WrestleMania? Holy fuck. Rick Martel was the narcissist? I thought Lex Luger was the narcissist. Rick Martel was the model, right? He used to come out with like he had that thing, that device that like sprayed water on himself because he was a model, right? Owen Hart, finally, somebody I give a shit about. Owen Hart has. What number is this? And he's. Oh, Brett! Brett just attacked his brother! Brett just attacked Owen. The first thing in this Rumble that's happened that's been interesting. Brett is obviously getting revenge on Owen, interfering in Brett's match earlier with Diesel. It's interesting that Brett and Owen are still feuding when they've already had their blow off. They've already feuded for like months. Or, I mean, it felt like a year straight of them feuding through 94. I don't remember that they're still feuding by 95. Like, you would think, watching what we just saw, that they would be wrestling at WrestleMania again. Is that Marty Jannetty? Wow. So when did they start playing music during the Rumbles? Did they not do it in 94 maybe? Oh, there goes Duke the Dumpster, and fucking Earl Hebner just got hit. Or was that Dave Hebner? Oh, what the hell? Marty Jannetty, what? What was that? Oh, Marty Jannetty is gone. Fuck! And Rick Martel is gone. Marty Jannetty, boy. And there goes Tom Pritchard, right? Is that Bruce Pritchard's brother? I guess so. Fuck. They have the same name. Marty Jannetty really got eliminated that fast? Right, yeah, like it's so weird that Marty was just thrown out that fast. Doink the Clown is gone. The Bushwhacker Luke. Why did so many people just get eliminated in like 30 seconds so fast? Bushwhacker Luke is here. I never cared for the Bushwhackers. I know they're in the Hall of Fame. I know they're technically legends. And he's gone. Holy fuck. This is awful. 95 will almost make you appreciate today, right? Whenever we shit on today's booking, and granted, I'm not excusing the dumb shit that happens today, but it almost makes you realize, fuck, it could be a lot worse. And it has been a lot worse. There are people on Twitter who want Vince to come back. Really? Are you sure? Are you sure you want Vince to come back? Oh, here's the other Harris brother. Jacob Blue. They were the Blues Brothers back then? Really? Really? That's not copyrighted? Jesus Christ. Jacob Blue? That was his name? And he's gone. What are we doing? What the fuck are we doing with this? I would have rather have a singles match between British Bulldog and Shawn Michaels. I feel like that's what this match really is, with just a bunch of other people coming in between an actual match between them. I would rather a 1 hour match between Bulldog and Shawn Michaels than this Rumble right now. This Rumble's terrible. Holy fuck. What a great Rumble for me to start. King Kong Bundy. Yeah, he has no neck. He's completely out of shape. Or at least, I should say he looks out of shape. I've never really saw the appeal of King Kong Bundy. Like he fought Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 2, right? For them, Owen Hart got eliminated that fast. I didn't even see that. I missed that. Bundy was still on the roster. Well, yeah, King Pong Bundy, King Kong Bundy faces Undertaker at WrestleMania 11. They tease or they set up. King Kong Bundy came out after Undertaker's match and went face to face with Undertaker on this show. He faces Undertaker at Mania 11, and then I don't know what he did after that. I couldn't tell you. Who is this? Who is this? Oh, Mo. And Mo's gone. Oh my god. Holy shit. Damn. Is he the first black dude that's in this match? And look at that. Oh my god. This is yikes. It's easier to laugh now in retrospect, but man, if where's Coco Beware? Was Coco Beware there in '95? I don't know if Coco Beware was still there. Maybe he was. I don't fucking know. What number are we at? I don't even know what number we're on. Which number is this? Mabel, Mo's partner. There's no way Mabel gets eliminated quick, right? He's at least going to stay in there for a little bit, right? Are we going to get Mabel and King Kong Bundy facing off? Because Vince loves to see two big guys go face to face. Vince thinks this is the coolest fucking thing ever. Vince is like, oh yeah, we're going to make a fucking $1 million gate with these two. This should main event WrestleMania. He had Mabel win the King of the Ring. This year, in fact. I think Mabel wins the King of the Ring in '95, right? Holy fuck. Jesus Christ. You had Razor Ramon right there, but no, let's give it to Mabel. The other bushwhacker. Bushwhacker Butch? Is that his name? I don't even know their names. Luke and Butch, maybe? Okay. Oh, King Kong? Gone. They set up King Kong facing Undertaker only for him to just be. And Bushwhacker Butch is gone. They're in the Hall of Fame, by the way. The Bushwhackers. The Hall of Fame. Like, wow. You would never know that King Kong Bundy is about to face Undertaker at WrestleMania with the way he was presented in this Rumble. Like, I don't know. Who's coming out now? Lex Luger! At least the crowd somewhat reacts to him. Oh, he just dumped Mabel out. Okay. Well, Luger, seems like they're still maybe trying to make Lex a star. Press Slam. Did Lex Luger and Shawn Michaels ever have a one-on-one match? I wouldn't mind watching that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What number is this? Who the fuck is that? Who is this? Mantar. Oh, that's Mantar? Half man, half tar? Right? Isn't he the one that would come out with the giant fucking. He's the one that would come out with the giant fucking, like, animal head. The Mantar head. They ran out of occupational job gimmicks, so they gave him an animal fucking gimmick. He's. Well, he's. He's a Mantar. Get it? Can you imagine? He's he's half man, half tar. Oh, is that just incredible? What was his name here? Aldo Montoya. Why was Just Incredible named Aldo Montoya? Why was this his gimmick? Can somebody explain to me why Just Incredible was Aldo Montoya? Oh. Just incredible. Thank God for ECW, I guess, huh? Jesus Christ. Just Incredible had hair? Yeah. When he was Aldo Montoya, he had hair. I don't know if he started going bald and that's why he shaved it or what, because, yeah, I mean, I don't. Surely we're getting down to the end, right? Henry Godwin. I mean, Henry Godwin was always like a solid mid card guy. The fact that I'm somewhat excited to see Henry Godwin shows you the state of this Rumble. Because Henry Godwin's not even like a main event guy, but I at least know him, right? I at least like, he was booked kind of well. And his gimmick is that he's a hillbilly. Holy shit! This is the worst period of the. As much as there's I almost forgot that Pam Anderson was still there. I'm surprised they haven't cut to her more given this field. As bad as 2019 was, 2018, 2019, 2020, I don't know if it's worse than this, man. Who is this? Billy Gunn. Wow. Young Billy Gunn. Cowboy Billy Gunn. This is Adam Page. Right? Look at how tall Billy Gunn is, too. Like, I always forget how tall Billy Gunn is because he's never been booked or pushed as a big guy. Right? They don't really talk about him being a big guy, but he's a big guy. For example, they'd rather push Mantar as a big guy because he's wide. But Billy Gunn is like taller and more impressive looking to me. I'm surprised Billy Gunn never became a main event guy. I know by the time the Attitude Era came around, the main event scene was insane. Probably next to impossible to break through that field. Bart Gunn, Billy Gunn's. Are they brothers in real life? Is Bart Gunn actually Billy Gunn's real brother? Well, no, because Billy Gunn's not his real name. So I guess they're not shoot brothers. So, like when I was a kid, I used to always think that they were actually brothers. Oh, it's the Brawl for All guy? Is that how you know Bart Gunn? As the Brawl for... I mean, I guess that makes sense. Because that was the last thing he did in WWF. And that was the Attitude Era, at least, right? Because Bart Gunn didn't really... Once him and Billy broke up, he didn't really do much. In the Brawl for All, the only reason why he won the... The only reason why he won the Brawl for All is because the Brawl for All wasn't scripted. He legitimately won it. Who is this? Is this Bob Backlund? This fucking guy. Bob Backlund is maybe one of the biggest examples of how the fuck was he world champion? How was he a main event world champion guy? Like, I get that in the 80s, he had a certain. Oh, there's Brett again! Brett is like, fuck these people. I'm getting my revenge. Good for Brett. Once again, though, it's amazing that Brett is still feuding with the same people that he was feuding with back in, I think, 93, right? When did Brett and Bob Backlund have their feud? I guess they were feuding on and off for like 93 to 94. And now 95. Fuck. Who is this? Who is that? Stephen Dunn? I've never heard of this guy. I've never seen this guy. I don't know who the fuck that is. Bob Backlund is gone. Okay, so the story is Brett cost Owen Hart and Bob Backlund their chances in the Rumble. Oh, and now they're fighting again. Look at this. The most interesting part of the Rumble is Brett coming out for revenge on both of his guys. And the fact that Brett is feuding with two different people at the same time is hilarious. Once again, if that doesn't tell you how we don't have anything interesting going on, well, to be fair though, Double A, only Eric Bischoff and Hulk Hogan cared about the tan, right? Who the fuck is that? Speaking of Dick Murdoch, is that what they said? Speaking of non-tan, boy, oh boy, not in the best shape. This Dick Murdoch, huh? I know he's an old school guy, but I mean, fuck. But yeah, Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff cared more about the tanning stuff than Vince. Like, I think Vince related to Trevor Murdoch. No, but I think Trevor Murdoch picked that name. Or maybe he is related to him. Let me stop, because I don't know. I was going to say he picked the name Murdoch as like a tribute to him, but maybe it's like his son or his nephew or something. I don't fucking know. I couldn't tell you. What number is this? Is anyone keeping track? Oh, this is Wrath. Or Adam Bomb. His name in WWF was Adam Bomb. I know him as Wrath in WCW. Also, Brian Clark, who would eventually form the tag team of Chronic with Bryan Adams. I don't really know him as Adam Bomb. Like, I've heard that name before, but I didn't watch him as Adam Bomb. Like, yeah, what's his gimmick? That he's made of nuclear bombs? Really? Was Adam Bomb over? Was he? I didn't feel like I heard much of a reaction when he came out, but to be honest, if I was in the crowd, I probably wouldn't react anymore to this match either. Please tell me that we're near the end of this. What number is this? Oh, it's Rikishi. He was just going 29, they said? There's only... Okay. Rikishi, who only was going by the name Fatu here. Billy Gunn, no. We haven't had... Like, have we had a top-level main event guy be in this match? Oh, there goes half man, half tar. I guess Lex Luger and... Fuck. Because at this point, Shawn Michaels wasn't the main event guy yet, right? So, really, Lex Luger's like the only main event level guy that's been in this Rumble. I mean, I guess Bob Backlund was WWF champion before, I guess. But, like, Th- is this number 30? Oh, there's Brian Adams, aka Crush. So Crush is number 30. Oh, the smoking guns are gone. I know. Oh, and there's whoever the fuck that was. They didn't even, the announcers didn't even mention that that guy was eliminated. Who the fuck is that guy? It's very rare that that like there's somebody I've never seen before. I've never even seen that blonde guy before, but he's gone now. There's Pam Anderson. Even Pam Anderson saying, "Pay attention to the match. Stop distracting me." I guess she's into it. Maybe I don't fucking know. This is one of the worst rumbles I've ever seen. This is absolutely one of the worst rumbles, if not the worst rumble. I'm only saying one of because I haven't seen every single rumble. So it's possible that maybe even before this year there was a worse. Where's the storytelling? I will tell you the storytelling. The storytelling is that Shawn Michaels and British Bulldog have lasted from the beginning. That's the only story that in fact, I believe, has anyone won the Rumble from number one before? I don't think before this. So I think the story of this Rumble is Shawn's number one, Bulldog's number two, and they've outlasted the whole. Like they're the first people to run the whole Rumble. Flair was number two. Okay, which, to be fair, I know they don't credit Ric Flair as being like the first, but technically, what's the difference between number one and number two? There is no difference. Both guys are starting the Rumble first. Number two is just as much number one as number one is. It's like there's no difference. But when you're number two, it doesn't sound as, I guess, impressive, right? Maybe we should have, you know what? Maybe we should have watched the 92 Rumble. The 92 Rumble would have been a lot better than this bullshit. I just figured I would give the new generation era a chance, and boy, did I fuck up. Because we did that new generation universe mode uh, in 2K25, and I kind of enjoyed myself doing that. But this ain't no video game. This is real life, unfortunately. And fuck. And I can tell you what, I didn't have most of these guys in my universe. I had Shawn and Bulldog. There goes Adam Bomb, eliminated by his future tag partner, Crush. Did they feud in WWF? Obviously I don't know. I know them as Chronic. Were they named Chronic because they like to get high? I don't know. I really don't know. I remember Green Lights when they came out, so maybe it was a weed thing, and I was too young to get the reference. Isn't it weird to see that Rikishi had been there this long? Just Incredible is gone. I'm sorry, Aldo Montoya. Why did Lex just save Shawn? Yeah, why did Luger just save Shawn? That kick didn't even touch Dick Murdoch. Lex isn't even touching him. Man, we really could have used Rikishi has a bright future from this moment. Stink faces. Yeah, that's true. Did Rikishi get eliminated? He did. Think about this. Rikishi got more over. Rikishi became a Hall of Famer when he started wearing thongs. Tell me that the Attitude Era. Ooh. Dick Murdoch almost eliminated himself there. If that doesn't tell you that the Attitude Era got anybody over, literally anybody, Rikishi wore a thong and became one of the most beloved characters in 2000. He was so fucking over in 2000. It's insane. Him and Too Cool. See, Sean just jumped on Lex. I don't know why, because Lex saved Sean from getting eliminated. I know Sean's a heel, though, so. Were mullets still popular back in 95? I mean, I guess they were, because so many people in this match have mullets. Crush has a mullet. Sean has a mullet. Lex, I think, kind of has a mullet. Razor Ramon had a mullet. Like, I always wondered how people, like, did their hair naturally grow to look like a mullet, or do they do something to their hair to make it look like a mullet? And if that's the case, what did they do to their hair to get rid of the mullet? Because Sean's hair doesn't look like that by 96, 97. It just looks like regular straight hair. Like, what do they have to do to get their hair to unmullet? The weird things I think about as I'm watching this. That's how uninteresting this is, I guess. I think Eddie Guerrero always had the mullet, though, right? Eddie Guerrero never got rid of his mullet. He cut it short, but he never, like, straightened his hair out to not look mullet. Oh, so it's just a matter of cutting the hair to look like that? Okay, so I see. So, like, yeah, like Sean's hair is cut in a way where, like, his hair could be short, but they keep the back long. So they all have to get their hair cut like that? That's weird. Even Razor Ramon, too? I think 123 Kid had a mullet as well. So, like, every guy was doing that, huh? Interesting. Lex is gone! Was that the final four? Yeah, I guess so. So Lex, that was the final four. Now it's the final three. Sean is trying to make a deal with Crush. Sean said, "You can trust me." Yeah, yeah, you can trust me. And they just did the patty cake. What? Dom Mysterio has a tremendous mullet. But I think also what works about his mullet, yes, he looks good, but like he looks way better with the mullet than he did with the short hair. But the fact that Dom is like the only person today that has a mullet, right? Nobody else on the roster has a mullet, so Dom sticks out. Hey, patty cake again. Oh, Crush turned on Sean. Okay, Crush is smarter than I thought. I wasn't expecting Crush to turn on Sean. Bulldog. See, Crush should have stuck with Sean. Oh, Double A, do you not know who wins this match? See, I know who wins this match. And I thought that I've watched this match before, but I've never seen this match. I thought I did. I think I've only seen clips from the end of the match. Oh, you know who wins, but you're somehow trying to Back to the Future change the ending of this. You're trying to manifest a Bulldog win. Oh! Um, well, no. So Shawn Michaels was not number one in the '96 Rumble. Oh, there it is. There it is. And they're playing Bulldog's music. But Shawn back in, knocked Bulldog out. And Earl Hebner is saying Shawn won. So, as much as this Rumble sucked, I appreciate that this became. Oh, okay, yeah. Now I see what you're talking about with Pam Anderson being cold. So only one foot hit the floor. The only good thing to come out of the '95 Rumble to um, is to let everyone know that both feet have to hit the floor, right? Like they've never emphasized the both feet thing. So this was the first Rumble to show one foot. And I know you said the cameraman screwed it up. I think they purposely didn't want us to see this until now. They wanted us to see the replay. They wanted the controversy of we're thinking Bulldog won, watching at home, and then we are now seeing the replay of Shawn's feet not touching. I think they purposely shot it that way. And now Pam Anderson is you can tell Pam Anderson doesn't know what the fuck to do. She's like, all right, I guess I'm with this guy now. She doesn't even look impressed. She's just like, okay, whatever. But Shawn's trying to pose with her. Yeah? You don't think Bulldog fans or even the Hart family fans would be pissed right now? Right? Like Bulldog had that big Wembley match with Brett at SummerSlam. So people know how connected the Harts are with Bulldog. So pretty much that entire fan base, Canada and England, probably pissed right now. Okay, that was it. Thank God it's over. Uh, uh, well, that was an experience. I hope. I hope. You know. Maybe we'll come back and do the '96 Rumble. You think the '96 Rumble is better? Who knows? Maybe next week. I don't know. We'll see how I'm feeling. All right. Well, time to get the fuck out of here because I'm tired. That was almost 3 hours of my life. Best match was 1-2-3 Kid and Sparkplug. Once again, that tells you the fate or the state of '95 of New Generation. That Sparkplug and 1-2-3 Kid winning the tag titles was the best match of the show. Fucking hell, dude. All right. Later. Thank you, Kamagan. All right. How do I get out of here? Stop streaming. Yes.